Hey guys, this is Geek Week in Review with me and John. This is number 8, and it's been a great week. It's been a great day, and I'm going to say hello to John.
Hey,
How are you doing, John?
I am doing okay. It's a great Saturday. It's actually supposed to be beautiful today, so it's going to add to the ambiance of the party today, so it's going to be fun.
Before we continue on, happy birthday, John.
Thank you very much.
And tell us about your plans for the day.
Well, going to have a bunch of the boys over, and just the whole go back to the whole high school and probably get punched in the dick a few times, and
Nice.
get made fun of, and told embarrassing stories about me and all that crap. But we're gonna be barbecuing a bunch of sausage and burgers and just hot dogs, just all kinds of stuff.
So you're going to have those hot dogs again, are you, John? You're going to have loads of hot dogs and loads of burgers.
Don't start.
We know how much you love your mate, don't we?
Right. Okay. We're gonna have some good music and some great friends, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's probably gonna last a while. So
you know what you should do, didn't you? As the music, you should just play all your podcasts.
no, I don't want to bore everybody.
Because then you could go, hold on, the music stopped. Here I am. Music starting again.
No, that everyone would leave. I don't want to hear like 8 hours of me. I mean, come on now.
So what music are you gonna have playing then?
Just probably some Police and the Beastie Boys, and
Oh, nice.
yeah,
So stuff not too wild, but not too tame either.
Well, no, I can't be out there playing Rammstein and the Mentors and all that heavy shit. I'm don't do all that.
Especially
I would love it, but people would get pissed.
So what's a fireball?
It's Fireball whiskey.
So it's whiskey.
Yeah.
And did I hear Jello shots?
Oh yeah.
What are Jello shots? Is it jelly with alcohol?
You mix the alcohol in with the Jello when you make it.
Oh, can you buy it that way?
No, just make it simple.
Oh, okay. Never ever done that.
And one of the things I wanted to do, but I couldn't find the stuff for it. I wanted to make little gummies with alcohol in them.
Oh, nice. That would have been cool.
I saw a guy online make a bunch of Lego gummies.
Oh, because you could put them all on top of each other and you could just find them all in your mouth. Right?
Well, oh yeah, just and then the guy found a full size plate of all flat Lego, sprayed that with vegetable oil, placed it on top, and smushed it down. It all came out like pristine, perfect look. And then were actual stackable Legos, and they were all gummies.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
Oh, it was cool.
That is amazing. I've never been that, how can I put it, creative with stuff like that. The most creative I get is turkey dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky enough that Trey is extremely creative in so many ways, and so many things that it inspires me.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed women are a lot more creative than men in a lot of ways. When it comes to the little things, but end up big things.
Yeah,
like
sure.
My mum was very creative, and she still is, and Donna is as well. And it's amazing how much of an effect that has on us.
Yeah, I mean, now that if we go into Home Depot, my mind just starts like, I can get this and do this and do this and do this, and but years ago, I walk in like, let's get this shit over with. Okay. Now I get in there, I'm like, well, if I tried this, I can grab this PVC and do this and just try that, and
If I go to Home Depot, I think, shit, I can slide that through someone's neck now because I wish on the equalizer. I can hang someone with this.
Oh, they have nooses on sale and they're in different colors.
That's what happens now when I go into Home Depot thanks to the equalizer. Displayed. But you're looking forward to the party then?
Oh, big time. I mean, it's rare that we get so many of them together because everyone has their own life and jobs and everything else.
Yeah.
My buddies I've known for 30 plus years are coming.
That should be incredible.
Oh, it's going to be this will be. I mean, not many people say they've had 5 friends they've known 32 years.
No.
I'm lucky that way.
Very lucky. I wish I had friends that I had in school still, but they either died or ended up in a loony bin or just went off in their own direction.
Yeah, that happens,
Yeah.
Again, that's why I say I'm fortunate,
I'm lucky though because like everybody, it's funny because people go, oh, this person got this, I haven't got that, but in other ways, what someone else has got, you haven't got. You know what I mean? So I think it all depends on what happens in your life. Like you're lucky that you've got your friends, and I'm lucky I had a cat that lived 18 years. You know what I mean? It all works out in different ways. I mean, me myself, I'm grateful that I've got my mum in my life. Because she's been very ill. So I'm lucky I've got my mum in my life, and I'm lucky.
Well, you've got your cousin, you've got me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I'm lucky in those aspects. And to be honest with you, I think we're all lucky. I just think we have to figure out what we're lucky about.
Yeah.
So anybody watching this, you're all lucky in one way or another.
Yeah, don't think that nobody cares because somebody out there does.
John cares about everybody who watches the chat.
Pretty much.
If your name begins with L, or it begins with J, or it begins with any other letter, John will care.
If your name begins with a letter, I care.
If it begins with a number, then you won't.
Then sorry.
It's funny because I've been watching Run,
Yeah.
And I was watching this season, and like I said, because my mum said to me, "Have you enjoyed watching it?" And I said, "Yeah." So I've enjoyed watching it, but the point is because I've seen it before, I know everything that's going to happen in the series. So I'm never going to be as excited about it as I would have been the first time.
Oh, sure, of course. Because you know what's happening. You know the characters. You know this and that. It's still cool. It's still awesome. It's great. It's a great show, but the excitement of that's freaking cool is gone.
Yeah, I can easily watch it and go, "Oh, that's brilliant, that's brilliant," but I'm never going to go, "Oh," because I remember seeing it from before. Exactly. It's like Game of Thrones. If you watch Game of Thrones, then you watch it again. It's never going to be as exciting as it was the first time.
Yeah.
So I've been watching that. I finished series 1. I'm going to get on series 2 today and hopefully finish that off today and tomorrow.
Cool.
Hopefully I'm going to watch the Bastard Executioner tonight. I was going to watch it originally yesterday. No, not yesterday, the day before, but I just didn't have enough time.
Cool.
Have you fancied watching that?
What, Rome?
No, Bastard Executioner.
I saw the preview for it. I've heard good and bad.
Well, it's from Kurt Strutter, who did Sons of Anarchy and produced The Shield. So, to be honest with you, Sons of Anarchy had its really good parts, they had its really bad parts.
So, yeah, I mean, Sons of Anarchy to me is the last season was kind of eh.
It was.
And it seems like a lot of the shows that were so great. The last season of the very last show was just terrible.
Did you watch the last season then?
I caught like half of it.
Did you see the very end?
Yes.
You saw when he went like this?
Yeah.
In the truck. I was like, shit.
I just thought it was funny that they gave up trying to disguise Charlie Hunnam's accent.
Yeah.
In all the other previous seasons, he had the American accent or whatever. Then the last one, they didn't give a shit. Just talk. Are you gonna talk?
I just like in the last season, nearly everybody dies.
Yeah.
I will admit though, watching the last season, seeing it, I know everybody goes, "Oh, but that's like a biker lifestyle to go out that way," and I'm like, it's a sellout, I didn't like it.
Well, just shows have been ending pretty crappy.
But it's not a coincidence. But the guy who played Vic in The Shield was the one driving the truck.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence, is it? Because that's the end, you see?
Yeah. And well, they're working on a prequel show now too.
What, of Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it going to be called? Sam Crow?
Probably. Have the father before all the shit happened.
But we know what happens to him.
I don't know, man.
Well,
what Better Call Saul? That's a prequel for Breaking Bad.
I hate the character of Saul. I will never watch that show because I can't stand that guy. Once he came into the show, it actually ruined Breaking Bad for me.
I don't know. Oh, did you turn on the questions and answers?
I did.
Cool.
It's always on unless you turn it off, I guess, but it's on.
Cool.
So it's asked your audience to submit questions and they will appear below. Okay, let's see if it works.
Questions, Eric?
Audience, please ask some questions.
I don't see anything. What the hell? Where's everybody?
It didn't work. It did not work.
Where's our millions and millions of followers? What the hell's going on?
We've got one viewer at the moment.
All right.
If that one viewer could comment, we'd appreciate it.
Very much appreciated.
I watched Moonbeam City, and Moonbeam City has the main character called Dazzle Novak.
Right.
And have you seen anything of it?
No.
Okay. So he's voiced by Rob Lowe, and basically he's like the number one cop in like an 80s kind of city hunter Archer style, right?
Oh, geez,
it's got like number one cup, right? And it gets taken away from him because it's awful. And he's got a person, like another police officer, who's like really, really over the top. He looks basically like his boy George or something, right? Who takes that mug from him and ends up being number one himself. So Dazzle goes out and sees this woman at the mall when he's trying to be doing a stakeout. Right. He then has sex with her in a closet and says he'll be a manager. He starts his management firm in the police headquarters, right? And then he goes, look at my new mug, and it says number one manager. And he goes, I'm number one in all things, right? And basically, at one of her concerts, they stop the villain. But the best part is the villain's packing heroin. And the other cop goes over to him and goes, this is stuff to rub on your hands to get better grip.
Right.
So that at the end, that guy gets arrested, and so does that police officer, which is hysterical. And Dazzle basically becomes number one again. It was just brilliant. It's got like a true 80s feel to it, but it's like Archer.
That sounds funny.
It is. It's really, really funny. I watched the first episode, but come on. And I said, Donna, this is one of those shows that I'll watch on the TV, and then when it comes out, I'll buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just hope there's a Blu-ray of it.
Sounds funnier than hell.
It is. It's really, really good. Rob Lowe does the voice really well as well.
Well, he's in a new show now, or coming out too.
With Fred Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it could be interesting. When I was looking, it looked like it could be like, in a way, like a Ricky Gervais kind of comedy in some aspects, but American.
Well, that doesn't normally translate very well when they try to take things like that.
It looked like it was going to be like one of those things, but who knows? I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
I want to see Blind Spot.
Yeah.
And there's another one coming on with the guy who was in Strike Back. I can never remember what it's called. Let me just quickly look. Someone television.
Supergirl looks okay.
Supergirl, I'm not sure if I want to watch that or not, to be honest. I'm a little bit like, but then I guess if I'm watching it on TV, that makes more sense than waiting for it.
You might like it.
If she walks around in her bra and panties, I may like it.
No.
Do you think she will, or do you think it's a PG show?
No. If the ratings start dropping, they might have her in a full-on like nasty black teddy flying in the air. Forget the outfit.
Oh, that's it. It's called The Player.
Okay, yeah.
It starts Thursday, the 24th of September on
This
NBC.
one with Wesley Snipes, right?
Yep, that's it. Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
So that should be pretty good. So I'll probably watch that as well.
Cool.
But I really want them to do a Supergirl show which has a lot of sex in it.
Put it on HBO, they will.
And then what they should do is they should have it where Supergirl and Wonder Woman cross and have sex with each other multiple times. And then Clark Kent goes, "What's going on here?" Then, and he tries to have sex with Wonder Woman, but accidentally ends up in the Invisible Man. While Batman, being ashamed of it all, just covers them all up.
That's a little morbid. It's funny.
It'd be weird, but that'd be interesting.
Think.
Yeah, Blinds. I'm trying to watch a lot of new shows on Now Got the Demand.
Right.
Because I'm like, it saved me having to buy them when they come out, and I can look at them and watch them and go, wow, you know. I know Arrow Series 4 and Flash start soon.
Right.
So I'm going to have to set them to record. And I know that things like Chicago PD and stuff, I'll probably wait for them to just come out on DVD because there's shows that I can wait for. Otherwise, I'll end up with like 50 shows to watch a week.
Yeah. This coming week's going to be really big for premieres.
Yeah, I want to get a list. Do you know where I can get a list of shows I might want to watch?
Well, just we can go to ABC.com or whatever. It'll show you the full list of all the listed for that network.
Okay, I'll do that then because I'm trying to get into some new series and just trying to enjoy watching stuff again, which is new because the problem is because I didn't have the box for a long time, and now I was like, oh, I'll just watch what I got on Blu-ray, you know.
Right.
And now that I have got that, I can watch what I've got on media as well as on the box.
Cool.
You know, tonight I'm going to watch The Bastard Executioner, and I'm probably going to end up watching a little bit more wrestling because I've been watching a lot of wrestling lately.
Good.
And then I'm probably going to chill out. I know I'm watching Guardians of the Galaxy sometime this weekend.
Heard it's good.
It is, from what I heard. Donna, you've never seen it?
Just pieces of it.
Because Donna said to me that it was really, really good. And I thought, it didn't look like something I'd enjoy because it just looked really, really stupid. But she said it was really good. So I picked up the 9CX.
Excellent.
And I told you I didn't tell you, but I can tell my Best Buy story now properly.
Yeah.
Okay, so, because it's harder saying it in the text than it is on the thing. So, okay, I'll tell you step by step. We walk in Best Buy. Right, like that. And I'm going down and things. I'm like, Empire's come out, season 1. I do fancy it. Looks a bit badass. I might pick it up, you know.
Sure.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll have a look around, see what else there. I was like, CSI Cybers, yeah, I'll pick that up, right? Then I was like, you know, and I was like, I want to get a couple of wrestling DVDs. And I said, Donna, where's the wrestling DVDs? I was like, this. And the woman come over to me and said, can I help you? I said, yeah. I said, where's your sports section? All right. Sports section? Yeah. Where's your sports section? All right. So then she also took those pricing and or whatever he was doing. I have no idea. He was scanning and something and then putting stickers on them. But he's putting those crappy Best Buy stickers on them.
Yeah, covering up the boxes, yeah.
Yeah, I hate that fucking stuff. Right? They stick so bad as well. So, so she went, do you know the sports section? She went, so I went to the sports section. They went, can you repeat that again? And I was like, how many times did I have to say sports? And I went, the sports section. And he went, we got rid of that long time ago. And I went, you got rid of the sports section? And he went, yes. And I went, where? He went, but we've still got some wrestling DVDs. I was like, yes. And then he took me to them, and there were 2 best ofs. And I was like, you know, and they went, you have to go now, you might have to go to Amazon and buy them. And I was like, I don't want to go to Amazon. I want to buy them in the store. I want to look at them in the store. I want to look at them. I want to smell them. I want to touch them. I want to caress them and say things to them like, I will touch you again. It may be someday. It may not be today, but one day I will touch you, and I will unwrap you, and I will touch your inner goodness, and then I shall put you in the play of just watch you, you know. But no, I can't do that anymore because Best Buy sucks, right?
Now, before you go any further, I'll quote you on this one. Should I leave you to it? Should I just go somewhere? You can finish yourself real quick.
Right. Right. So after that, we're going around. I'm going to look around a little bit more, see if there's anything else to watch. So I picked up CSI Cyber.
Right.
So I picked up Chicago Payday, and I was like, I wouldn't mind getting that. It's only $24. So I went, I'll pick up Series 2, because I do like Series 1, and I do like Bush, you know, Sophia Bush, right? And I saw on it says here, if you see it says there, save $10, right?
Right. When you buy
both.
Right.
That and Chicago Fire. So I've gone, yeah, all right then, because that makes one $14.99. To be honest, that's how much these probably should be anyway, you know. Right. So I pick them up. Don goes, are you done yet? I went, no, I'm not done yet. I said, you give me a few more minutes so I can move around and look at people. All right. So she goes, okay, calm down. All right. I go, yeah, you messing with Paul, right? You know. And then
that's how you talk to her. Uh-huh.
That's exactly how I talk to my wife, obviously. Right?
Right. Okay.
That's the bit where I forget if I got punched in the face multiple times. So we go to the counter, right? I'm like, yeah, Donna's pre-ordering Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah.
You know? Where is it? There it is. We pre-ordered the I can't show the barcode. Shit, because people might get it. All right. The gold edition, you know.
Right.
So she did that first, and then it was my turn. So she's scanning them, and I'm like, right? And she rips the case on Chicago Fire all across there.
Oh.
So I point it out, and she goes, okay, don't worry, I'll get you another one, right? So she calls up and she goes, this is the best part. She calls up and goes, can I have another one, please? And they go, why do you need another one? She goes, there's a tear. And they say, can you get him to buy it anyway? All right. And I'll go, no. So the woman comes over with another one. And she goes, oh, but if we do this, we have to take the sticker off of this one to put on the other one. Are you sure you won't take it? I went, yep, I'm sure. All right. So she takes this over to the guy who's near the door because the cashier's right near the door. But we don't see that bit. We're just looking at the woman who's serving us. So we're waiting, and the girl goes, yeah, you don't want to rip, do you? And I went, no, I don't want to rip. I want no. If I'm buying something, I don't want it damaged, right? And she goes, yeah, isn't that right? You know. And she goes, have you done the sticker yet? And the woman doesn't answer. And then about 5 minutes later, the woman answers and goes, it's with the guy at the counter, right? So she goes, excuse me, have you got it? So he decides to bring over the sticker. And she goes, no, not the sticker, the box. He went, oh, I'll put it back out. So then he goes and gets it, brings it back, and then they had problems taking the $10 off. Right? And then after they took the $10 off, I got a gift card after I paid for the purchase. And I was like, couldn't I just use that $10 on my purchase? Right? So then I got it and we walked out. Right? And then after I went to CX, where I was basically questioned by CX staff as to what England was like.
Right.
What part of England I was in. And he said to me, what do you feel about America? I went, well, first, Scotty, I thought Americans were up to something because they're too nice. Right? And he went, really? What do you think? I went, because it was, you know, brutal.
Right.
And he went, and they went, I've never thought of America being where I am being nice. And I went, because you live here. Right.
Right. You don't know anything else.
No, obviously, right? Like me saying to you, hey, John, right? Oh, you know, don't you think this is weird? If I was over there, you'd be like, well, no, because that's my day-to-day life. What are you on about? You know what I mean? You know? So it kind of annoyed me a bit. And then the other guy said, oh, I'm part English. And I went, really? And he went, yeah. He went, my dad was in the circus. and he moved over here with the circus band, and then they separated. And yeah, he doesn't talk about it. And they went, I've noticed something about English people. They don't like talking about their lives when they were in England. And then he said, do you prefer it over here? And I went, well, I ain't lived here enough to say that yet. He said, but at the minute. I went, in some ways. You know, but the two guys were really knobbish. You know what I mean? I'm like,
sounds like a bunch of idiots.
They were. And Best Buy, the poor woman, the girl was nice who was serving us. But, you know, they put these stickers on the cases which you have to open up and tear off. Don't they think they should put on the plastic bit instead so that you don't get...
And that really, because those can be hard to take off and it ruins the freaking case.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can barely peel it off. And then when you do, you get this mark anyway that something was there. So I said to the woman, I said, why can't they make it where you could just have a flap that opens? You know, but I'm just glad that it worked out in the end. But
yeah, you spent a lot of time there, but it worked out.
Yeah, it took about 20 minutes. And Donna's standing there like this. And she went like this. Idiots. Donna was like,
can we effing go?
well, Donna was like this. She was like, idiots. And I went, yeah. And I bent over to the woman at the counter and went, people in here are stupid, aren't they? Oh, okay. Exactly.
You know.
But every time I go in Best Buy now, it feels like it's getting shittier and shittier.
Because they get young people in there who don't know what the hell they're doing.
I went for a job there once. The woman told me that I had the job in the bag, and then I didn't have the job at all, and I didn't get the job.
Weird.
Right, but I see these other people, then I'm like...
Like, really?
Well, they cut their movie section in half.
That's lame.
And I just sit there, I just stand there going, I want to go in the store and pick up what I want. I don't want to have to buy online. Like, if I want stuff from Kino Lorber, Shout Factory, in most cases, I can only get them in bloody online.
FYE doesn't have them?
FYE is like all the way in Linwood, which is like 5 minutes away, but we rarely go there.
Ah.
They do have them, but the problem with FYE as well is they're quite expensive.
Oh, okay.
I mean, something like Magnum Piata Complete Series you can get for $99, but in there it's $400.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit like... we go there some days, and we go there, but we don't go there a lot. It depends on their sales.
Yeah, if they have any sales, good God, that's ridiculous.
Last time we went, they had buy a season, get one for $1. If I'd have had more money, I'd have just gone, I want to buy this place, and I'd gone up and got nothing. I want this place.
Nothing. Because they suck.
Shock. Oh.
Let me show you something I got in my email the other day.
Okay, cool.
Hold on a second.
Oh, was it from that Viagra purchase you made again?
No, not really. I'll share this on this screen share if it'll work. Hold on.
Okay.
So I was having a hell of a time with that screen share crap. Same thing, just shows you.
Really? Well, can't you move your camera and show it?
Huh?
Can't you show it with your camera?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, so season 3's coming out.
It's out.
Well, it's out already. I thought it was going to be another year.
It's supposed to take forever. I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm happy.
Wow. Are you picking it up?
As fast as I can, yeah.
There was only 3 seasons, weren't there?
Yeah.
So you'd have the complete collection.
Yep, which I never thought I would get on DVD.
Wow. I hope you need to move it down a bit.
Yeah. Nope, too much.
There we go.
Better.
So I bet. So I can't believe it because it came out every year, wasn't it?
Anyway, because between seasons 1 and 2 was basically a year.
Wow. So that means that now you have a complete collection. All you need is the movies.
And movies are hard to find.
I noticed. I looked them up at one point. When I looked up the series. You know, you first told me about it.
Yeah,
And the movies cost like $420 each.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
So I know you're going to be saving up and getting them.
Oh yeah, okay.
DVD. What do you think? Here's a question for you. What is your view on where DVDs becoming like hundreds of dollars?
I think it's ridiculous.
What do you think that is?
I think people take advantage of collectors or people who love certain shows. They know that All right, Spencer for Hire was never a super popular show. Okay,
But had a cult following.
it had a serious cult following. I think the reason why season 3 came out so fast is that demand for 1 and 2 was so great.
Yeah.
But the movies, they didn't do great. They didn't do great in the ratings. It was fun to see the actors back together again. That was cool.
Yeah.
But the people who own those, who try to sell them on eBay or whatever, know that Spencer for Hire fans are gonna clamor for it, so they're jack it up as much as they can.
Well, I went to Vincent Price Volume 1. Not Vincent. Is it Vincent Price? I think so. All right. I went the Vincent Price collection. And it sold out on Shout Factory, and now they want like $300 for it. When it was a $59 Blu-ray.
So that's insane.
I didn't want to pay $59 for it, so I'm not going to pay $300, am I?
5 times as much now.
I don't like paying a fortune. The most I've ever paid for a DVD, one DVD, is $83. And that was for a wrestling DVD, which then ended up costing people like $20 a week later. So I learnt my lesson from that.
Well, you were a little bit PO'd at that one.
I was very PO'd. I got very, very angry. I actually looked at the case and went, "You are not worth it."
See, I mean, I can see some pricing increase if, say, the show was super popular and there was 5 episodes that were never aired, or even in music, songs that were supposed to be on albums that never were. Here's a collection of, say, 15 songs that you probably never heard.
Yeah.
And then charging maybe regular CDs now are like $10. You charge like $25 for unreleased, or with TV shows you get 5 or 6 episodes no one's ever seen. Instead of charging $20, you charge $30.
Well, I agree with you on that. I mean,
but you don't charge. Something that would normally 5 episodes. You don't charge $100, $200.
Well, I mean, I picked up the Sister series 1 and 2 when they first came out, and I was like, "Wow, I love this show! Woo! Yes, they're finally going to release it. I love it. I love it. I love it." There were 6 seasons when I was a kid. All right.
Right.
And I got rid of 2 seasons cover because I went, I'll just buy them again. I'll get over it.
Right.
Biggest mistake in my life. Now they're like $100 each.
Oh, right? Damn.
And they never released the other 4 seasons.
Oh. Is that the one with Pam Dauber?
I don't know. It's the one with, I don't know. What does Pam Dauber look like?
She was the chick from Mork and Mindy.
No, I don't think she's in it.
Oh, no, that's the 2 black girls, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The one I'm thinking is My Sister Sam. That's right.
Oh,
okay. That's the one where one of the lead actors was killed by a fan. Shit. In real life.
You've got to think about people being killed by fans, haven't you?
No, but that happened.
What was that guy's name again? Dirtbag? That was his name.
Dimebag Daryl, not Dirtbag.
Dimebag Daryl, okay. Whenever I feel that guy, I always think his name was Dirtbag.
See that I run a real Pantera fan, they probably twist your head off.
Oh, dear.
That's what Dirtbag. Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine it? Can you imagine going to one of those remembrance things and going, "I'm here to see Dirtbag," and everyone be like,
they'd pound you to a pile of dust. Oh my God.
Dimebag Daryl, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Dimebag Daryl, I remember that. But yeah, I don't like when they raise things so ridiculous. Like you've got Criterions that are now out of print, and people sell them for like $200.
Yeah, again, and to me, a lot of the stuff is not popular, so they know that people who are fans would, pay almost anything to get them.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I'm going to spend $400 for one movie. I'm sorry.
What's the most you've ever paid?
For one movie, 50.
And what was it?
You're going to laugh at me. Bloodsport.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What, the original American release?
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
I had to have it on freaking opening day, man. Someone called me out of it, and I didn't care.
You should
wanted
look
to
for
have
it.
so bad.
You should go on eBay and you should buy the Australian Blu-ray. It's region 3. And it looks,
That looked really cool on Blu-ray.
the Australian Blu-ray looks really, really nice, and it's region 3 as well. So I've got it. It's upstairs. I own it. It was one of the first things I bought when I came over. It was that I bought that, and We Are Warriors, which was a New Zealand movie. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You like that film? The bit where he finds out that his best mate raped his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's quite a dark film, that actually.
That's extremely dark. A lot of pounding going on.
I'll tell. I'll tell you a story. When I was like, let's say, when I was about, I think 8 or something, 8, 9, we went into my local shop, and there in England we've got corner shops, not like you do here, but they have they used to have a VHS section, like a VHS bin where you could go through it.
Sure.
And I remember going through it, and they had Twin Dragons starring Jackie Chan, and they had Once Were Warriors. All right. And my mum went, "Oh, what one do you want? You can only have one." And I was a big Jackie Chan fan, but I went, "Oh, I like this one. Once Were Warriors. I wonder what happens in there." Got it home, watched it with my mum. My mum looked at me after the film like, "What did you think of that stuff?" I went, "That was fantastic." And it was just interesting. I've always had a real love of that film.
Yeah.
I think it's because there was a sequel, weren't there?
Yeah.
And I've never seen the sequel, but I've only ever seen the first one.
Yeah, I've never seen the sequel.
Now, I know the sequel's nowhere as good as the first one because of other things, but the power of that film, especially the ending where he just finds that and just goes absolutely mental.
It's a great movie.
It is. Very dark, but very beautiful. So,
yeah. And what was that Shaw Brothers movie I showed you that's getting remade?
Oh, The Magic Blade.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting. Have you ever seen The Magic Blade?
No, just from what you've told me.
Oh, okay. It's going to be interesting because even if they do point in the time it was meant to be, it's not going to be the same because we've got like HD cameras now and stuff. So,
I mean, hope they don't go CGI crazy and make it stupid.
I mean, they remade differently, but they remade The White-Haired Bride, right, which is this one, and it was terrible, right? It's awful. Right. I remember watching this, put it on for 20 minutes, and just going,
like, really?
So I'm worried that's what's going to happen with The Magic Blade as well. Because the problem is, martial arts films now can be awesome if they're done in today's modern times. But if they're done like they are here, they don't work because the 70s, 80s were the best time for that. Just like zombie movies, really.
Yeah, I mean, just they try to be too. I don't know. They try to put too much going on at once.
Yeah, exactly. And
or you get people who don't really know martial arts in a martial arts movie.
Well, the thing is, they could get away with that back in the 70s because they could speed the cameras up.
Oh, I mean, they had, horrible effects and bad camera work, and that covered up the fact that they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
But now, it's like, there's no excuse. I mean, you watch like Donnie Yen, you're like, this guy obviously knows martial arts.
Oh, yeah, of course. My God.
You watch Jet Li, you're like, you can tell real martial artists from non-real martial artists now. You look at Scott Adkins when he fights in movies. You can see he's a martial artist. Yeah. When someone isn't a martial artist, you can tell because it's like so sloppy. It's like when you watch somebody like Arnie or Sylvester Stallone fighting, you're like, yeah, you can tell they might know a bit of boxing, but you can't. You can tell that they won't beat someone like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see Donnie Yen in that Star Wars Rogue One movie.
I'm interested to say, I kind of wish it was 10 years ago when he wasn't so old now. Because now he's in his 50s, he can't move back as he would have done in that.
Yeah, but he's still a badass, though.
Yes, it's still a badass. Hell, Jackie Chan's still a badass, you know?
He's what, 60s?
But the thing is, they're getting to that point now where all the icons of martial arts cinema get to a point now where they're just getting too old.
Yeah.
And I think that's quite sad because I don't care for like Jean-Claude Van Damme because hell, he was fun in the 80s, but other than that.
Well, Jean-Claude's what, almost 60 now.
Yeah, I mean Jackie Chan's 60. Donnie Yen's like 55. Jet Li's like 56.
Paul's like 64.
So it's getting there. You know.
And I think even Tony Jaa's almost 40 now. That's not old.
I feel sorry for Tony Jaa.
He should be huge, but he's not.
I feel sorry for him because I remember when Onk Bak came out in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah.
And I remember watching him and thinking, this guy's incredible. This guy's going to be like the next Jackie Chan, you know. Yeah. Not in the charisma sense, but in the martial arts sense.
Right.
And then he disappeared for a while. Right. And then he came out again with these movies now. I mean, he did The Protector, he did Onk Bak, he did a lot of movies. But I mean, they never seemed to be as big as Onk Bak was when it first came out. Right.
I think Onk Bak the whole series kind of stunted his growth though, as far as getting bigger.
I think you're right. I think the first one was like, wow. And I think the second and third one were like, you know. But then he was in Furious 7.
Yeah.
He's in Skin Trade. He's in SPL 2 now. What else has he been in lately? Can't remember, but he's been in those quite lately. So, but they're all really low budget kind of films, except for Furious 7.
Yeah.
So I always thought he'd be better, but he's getting old now. He's getting older. He's not old, but his career's getting to the point where it's going to be shorter because time's getting there. You know.
Yeah, even if we were to make a big one now, he'll be approaching 50 faster than he knows it. You know.
I feel the same for Scott Adkins though. Scott Adkins, he did Ninja 1 and Ninja 2, and he's fantastic in them. And then he was put in The Expendables 2 under Jean-Claude Van Damme. Well, I don't want to say no more about Jean-Claude Van Damme, but get the old codger out and stick Scott Adkins in there because the guy is talented. He's been held back because of all the older generation.
Yeah, and Michael Jai White is actually a pretty damn good martial artist too.
Exactly. Now that's another guy who should have been big.
Yeah.
I look at him, I watch Blood and Bone, and I'm like, this guy's fantastic. And I fell in love with that bloke as a martial artist in Universal Soldier: The Return, which was years and years ago now.
Yeah.
And yeah, what's he been in? I mean, he's been in quite a few movies, but you don't hear of him.
No, just, he did Spawn. I thought Spawn, it'd be huge after Spawn. And, Blood and Bone, the action in that movie is fantastic.
I remember watching that on DVD. My mum bought me on DVD when it first came out. And I watched it, and I was like, fucking hell. Right? I was like, this movie's incredible. Right?
Great movie.
And then the Blu-ray came out. I said, Mum, you've got to buy that for me. You bought me the DVD, you've got to buy me the Blu-ray. Buy me the Blu-ray. And she was like, Mal, you're in your 20s. I went, you've got to buy me the Blu-ray because then I can get rid of the DVD that you bought me. Right? So she bought the Blu-ray, and since I put it in on their Blu-ray player, and we watched it all together. My mum was like, it's an incredible movie with real martial artists in it as well.
Kimbo Slice gets his ass kicked in the freaking bathroom. It's hysterical.
Bob Sapp's in that as well, getting smashed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He doesn't even touch him. He kicks his ass completely. It's hysterical. And
then you've got Gina Carano in it.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got Kat Miller in it, who was a WCW wrestler who also is a martial artist.
And Bob Wall from Enter the Dragon.
There you go. Got him in it as well. And then You've got the guy who, all I remember, I can never remember the guy's name, the main villain. He played, I think, if I'm correct, he played the Muslim leader in Oz.
I think so.
I think he was. I think it was like the Muslim leader, of the group in there.
Yeah.
And
He's a really great martial artist in real life.
I remember seeing him in Oz. And I remember thinking this guy's got some serious charisma.
There's just not much cause for martial arts films at all right now.
It's funny because when you do see martial arts films, they're really, really bad B-rated movies. But
although John Wick wasn't bad. Not really martial arts, but John Wick wasn't bad as far as action.
John Wick, action-wise, I thought threw back to the good times of the 80s martial arts. Some of the scenes in John Wick are incredible. Like the bit where they break into his house. I found the fighting and killings in that to be very realistic. Like, he actually struggled with some of them to kill them.
The long fight scene in the club is out of this world.
The bit where he kills one of them and their hands goes down the pink screen. That's incredible. That's one of the most beautiful moments that I've seen in that film.
Like that movie, shocked me. It was so good.
And how he went against, and how the main henchman and the main villain was Daniel Bernhardt, who was in the Bloodsport spin-off.
Yeah.
It was great seeing him again, and these were all throwbacks,
Yeah, I love the phone call that John Leguizamo makes to the head guy. He's like, did you hit my son? He's like, yes, sir, I did. And why did you do that? Because he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog. Oh, click. He's like, oh shit.
One of my favorite bits is the bit where you see him tenderly with the dog. Right?
Oh, I'm so sad.
And in the film that the dog has replaced the wife in the bedroom. And you see John Wick kind of cuddling up to him and getting cozy, and just before they break in that something else was going to go on when you see that bottle of lube on the table.
Oh, stop it.
And
yeah. Well, you can love your pets, but don't love your pets.
If you want to love your pets, love them like John Wick.
Sick.
Because you'll give them a good wicking. Sick. And, that's why I got Keanu Reeves there, because it's great. But anyway, they're making a sequel.
Oh, yeah.
So there's quite a few I'm looking forward to. They've got the sequel of John Wick coming out. They've got the sequel of The Equalizer coming out. They've got Furious 8 coming out, which is what was supposed to be the last ride 4 movies ago.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, Furious 7, as stupid as it was, I did think Jason Statham made a great villain in it.
It was so stupid.
But wasn't he great in it?
Who?
Jason Statham.
Well, yeah, the guy who got buried underneath like 8 million tons of rock and came out walking. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Now that's when you know you're a superhuman.
Had a parking garage collapse on him, and he's walking back in the jail with no marks on him. Right. Okay.
One of the best parts in that film as well has to be the bit where Toretto drives the car, puts the grenades onto the thing, because realistically that would not happen.
Of course not.
Could you imagine that? You put your arm out and you'd have it on there, but you'd rip your arm out.
Of course, it'd be gone. Then they're jumping from building to building in a car.
Oh, that's got to be one of the most stupidest stunts I've ever seen.
And they make it all dramatic and shit, Like, mid-flight, you see the wheels. Like, oh my God.
But that was your favorite film of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah, Raspberry, one of the worst I saw. It was terrible.
What was your favorite movie so far you've seen this year?
Oh boy. Good question, actually. Let me check something real quick. And I have a list of some of the stuff that I watched this year.
Thank you, Loki.
1 second. There we go. Favorite one from this year, huh?
Yeah.
Honestly, for me,
yeah,
for me, Whiplash was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I've still got to see that.
That is so because I'm such the music lover,
Yeah.
and just the whole entire movie is all about the drum school and just out of this world. And there's the last 12 minutes of the movie are all drum solo.
Yeah.
And I can understand why that guy won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. I can understand that completely.
I remember my cousin said he watched it and he said it was one of the most amazing films he's ever seen.
Oh yeah, his character, the main character, is such a dick. He expects perfection. Every practice, every performance has to be spot on. I mean, nothing out of place. And he is such a dick.
Well, technically, it's people like that that make us improve.
Oh yeah.
Well,
there's one scene where they're all together and they're practicing their parts. The drum here, the horns there, and doing this and doing that. And so everyone effing stop, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
There's a who's out of tune, and there's a Johnson. Are you out of tune? Because like are you out of tune? Are you out of effing tune? Because get the F out of here. Don't come back. Blah 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 blah. And then he's all, oh, by the way, Smith, I know it was you out of tune, but I was just seeing what Johnson would say. He was just a dick that way. He knows exactly who's out of tune, but he can confront somebody else to see how they react to him.
I think this bloke sounds awesome.
Oh, you would love this guy.
This is what I need to do. What I need to do is do a chat with loads of people in it just so I can confront them and yell at them.
Well, watch that movie first and get yourself all fired up, and you'll be good.
Oh well, it sounds good. I want to pick it up, and give it a go.
Yeah.
What's it? Well, my favourite movie of the year so far, I think, a lot of people have said Mad Max, but to me, that movie's not really a fully movie. It's a chase movie.
Yeah.
So I don't count it as really being a movie. I count it more as being probably the top popcorn flick of the year. Like cinema one.
That is more of a remake than an actual.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. But I feel like if you wanted to say top movie, see at the cinema, that would be one of them because of the way it is.
Oh sure, it's action, it's gore, it's boobies, it's everything.
I would say on the spot, I'd probably have to say The Equalizer.
Great.
I know if I thought back, properly, I could probably name a couple better films, but that's in there,
It's so good.
Donna watched it the other day. Hi, Malcolm, John. How are you both?
Are we going to have this conversation, James, in front of everybody? Really? Yeah, I really enjoyed your 2.5-minute chat the other day. Thanks for posting that. And by the way, how your Monday chats going? Is anybody actually watching? By the way, my Saturdays are a lot better when we don't hear from you. So that's how I'm doing.
I'm doing pretty good.
What part of stay away do you not understand, James? I made my point pretty clear. So anyway, back to this.
There's plenty of films I still need to see from 2015.
Oh, there's still plenty.
And there's, you can never watch all of them, can you? Let's be honest. There's probably how many movies do you think are made a year?
As far as everything?
Yeah, like movie-wise.
Good God, probably a few thousand at least.
Because I was thinking about, if you bought every movie on release, because I look at the new release and you get about 10, 12 pages.
Yeah, and that's per week.
Yeah, and that's per week. And I don't think that's everything, because there's certain things that are released which are not on sites. Like,
Yeah,
for instance...
there's a lot of independent ones that are, no one's ever really freaking heard of.
Like, for instance, the Power Rangers collection's only on Shout Factory, the head one.
Yeah.
But the actual normal ones are obviously on there. But it's amazing because I keep thinking there's thousands upon thousands of movies in the world. There's got to be millions out there, right? And you'd never be able to watch all of them in your life.
No way.
Right? And if you did, you won't do anything else. So it's a bit like...
Let's start doing 10 movies a day.
Yeah, you'd have to
4 hours if you watch 10 movies.
Then you'd have a heart attack because you ain't slept enough.
Exactly.
So it's a bit...
Yeah, I saw a preview for one yesterday with Richard Gere that I'd never even heard of before, where he plays a homeless guy, trying to figure out, a way out of being homeless, and he has a daughter that he's afraid to talk to because I guess she doesn't know that he is her father.
Oh wow! But he's been watching her.
Yeah, and she works at some cafe. He goes in there once in a while and talks to her, and she has no idea.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I'd never even heard of it. I checked it, and it's won some selections in Tribeca Film Festival and Toronto Film Festival, and supposedly it's fantastic.
Wow! Is it coming out then?
It should come out in a few weeks. I saw a list and I was like, I've never even heard of it. I checked it out and it looks great. I watched the trailer and it looked really good.
Are you gonna watch it at the cinema?
Well, if it comes around here, I doubt it will. Because the one theater near us that used to show, the independent films got knocked down.
Oh.
So as far as you'd have to travel to, take a 45-minute drive, 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back to see an independent movie now.
Oh,
it's not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's, not many people would want to do that. Let's see if I can find that.
Oh, Time Out of Mind.
Yes.
Well, it came out in 2014.
Oh, it came out, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, watch the preview. It looked great.
I'll have to check that later after the chat.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that because I do like a drama. I watched that Age of Adeline and it was shit.
Really?
It bored me shitless. I mean, literally, she had an accident, she lives forever, and you're just sitting there going. And apparently the cure to dying is loads and loads of sex.
Oh, of course.
But in a PG-13 film where nothing gets seen. So
it's the whole plot of the movie, and they don't show anything because this is a PG-13 rating.
It's like ridiculous. I rented it because I was looking forward to watching it. I've seen the trailer, and now we're in. I was like, nothing's happened.
Yeah.
So I got bored of it.
Not surprising.
The next 2 days I'm gonna watch lots of TV and I'm gonna watch lots of movies.
Cool.
I have movies planned out and I have shows planned out. So
yeah, tomorrow's probably going to be mostly football day.
And do you think you'll even get up?
I'm going to attempt to get up tomorrow.
I'm telling you, you're going to wake up handcuffed with sick beside you and something sticking out of you. You're going to be like this.
I've never even been that bad before.
Oh dear. Well, that might be really shocking if it did, wouldn't it?
Yeah. See me tomorrow with my, one part of my hair be all on one side.
Yeah, have half your
Just
head
all-
shaved off.
Oh yeah.
Just be sitting there like, how's the going?
Have one black eye and just missing a few teeth,
Well, you gotta have fun, haven't you?
Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. We're all gonna have a lot of fun.
So have you got games sorted today?
I'm not sure about games.
Because I was thinking you could play things like Cheesy and Monopoly.
No. No.
No, you don't want to play Monopoly?
No.
How about Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
That's where you all wear elephant masks and you try and lift up donuts with the nose. Or the trunk, I should say. You can imagine making it sound. You can imagine making it up.
How would you put this? That sounds rather dirty.
Could you imagine, mate, turn up to a party with all these board games going, let's play Dunkin' Donuts.
Let's play Dunkin' Donuts. No.
Everybody like this. Where's he from? He's from England. Oh, okay, that explains it all.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, dear.
He's into the whole Dutch rudder and the whole thing. And
the best part, you'll laugh at this. My cousin had a wedding. My female cousin, Michelle, she had a wedding, and I was sitting there with my nan and my dad, and my cousin and his friend at the time, and he said to me, "Have you ever been drunk, Mal?" I said, "Yeah, but I wouldn't say I've ever been over the top drunk. That period."
Sure.
And he went, "You know what?" He went, "I'm going to get you pissed tonight, right?" And my dad looked at him like, right, and he went, "I'm not going to get you pissed tonight." And my dad went like this. It was just so funny.
So you want to piss the night away, Come on, get hammered.
I'll never forget that night because everybody went home. Me and my cousin were walking down the street at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Right, yeah. It was freezing cold. There was a reporting of somebody who'd been stabbing people running around the area at that time as well.
Oh no!
Yeah, so it was kind of a scary time, really. Well, not really scary, but I mean, a worrisome time to go by because I'd go under a dark bridge. So we walked home, and it was interesting. But yeah, that wedding was crazy.
You must have been walking home at 2 a.m.
I remember there was a lot of people there who got drunk. They were tennis shirts off. They were throwing glasses at people. One guy cut somebody's face, and I was like, "What's the point of that?"
That's a freaking party right there.
Yeah, you should have been there, Joe. You probably would have joined in and enjoyed it.
That's like a mosh pit at a heavy metal concert. You go in there, you just go in there and start throwing elbows and punch people in the face. And
one of the weirdest parts about that wedding was a woman grabbed hold of me and started dancing and started undoing my shirt, started rubbing my chest and everything. And her husband was sitting right down, watching the whole time, looking at me like this.
No.
Looking at me like, and I was like,
she grabbed me, man.
Right. The only way he actually gave me a kiss, right? And he was like this. And I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I was just dancing, Well, like, I didn't put my arm around her or any of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I should have gone.
Oh, you put your arm around her, dance to her, grab her ass, and just drive the husband crazy.
I should have pointed at the bloke and gone like this, like.
Yeah, pointed with one finger, grab their ass cheek with the other.
Turned around, started doing a humping motion.
Oh, good Lord.
That's right, because the bloke must be about, 50, 60 years old. It was so funny.
You're going to give him a fucking coronary doing that.
I remember sitting down, and the guy told me, the guy was sitting next to him, and the guy just kept going, "Oh, if that bloke does one more thing, I'm going to fucking hit him."
That is hysterical.
The best part was if I'd have been drunk, I probably would have done far worse. You know what I mean?
Oh, you would have gotten more and more into it, probably.
Probably, because I get the more I drink, the more looser I get. You know, when it comes to the way I move and stuff.
You're sitting there pulling her bra off and
Like, lifting them up in the air and holding them.
spins and bouncing her off. Oh yeah, okay, oh yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah, the bloke gave me evil eye for the rest of the day. Or the evening, I should say.
Wasn't your fault.
No, well, if someone goes hold you and they want to dance with you, you don't know, you know. He kept looking at me and she said to me, "Are you single?" And I went, and then I went, "Why are you?" And she went, "No, he's over there after the dancing." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I just guess she's trying to make the husband jealous.
Pretty much.
You know, I think when we do that, like, it's a bit silly because you could end up getting serious fights. You know.
Yeah, that can cause some serious bodily injury and some shit like that.
But so that was coming on.
An airplane outside.
It didn't sound like that, didn't it? I know Donna's doing the hoovering out there, so you might hear that. But,
Oh, just so everyone knows, we're going to be cutting out at noon today.
yeah, we're going to be ending an hour early because John needs to get ready and he needs to prepare the decorations and
chop the freaking do.
And he needs to get all sterilized, which takes about a few hours, and sort out the rest of the front point. You sterilize, yeah.
What are you trying to say, Marco?
You know, but no, because you got to get a lot of shit ready still, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, still got stuff to clean. I got to clean all the countertops and start cooking all the food and get the barbecue ready, and just got tons of stuff.
Are you gonna be in charge of the barbecue?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get a line of sausages, put them over your neck, and go woohoo, yeah?
I won't quite react that way, but I'll do something similar. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you gonna get pictures taken?
Oh, there'll be pictures galore.
Okay, good, because it's always good to see pictures.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'll take one of myself before, and then I'll try to take one of myself afterwards, and we'll see the difference.
Yeah, one of you like this, and the other like that.
I have like half my head shaved on this side, half my goatee and beard gone this side.
That would
match up.
That would be a brilliant picture.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, so what time does it start?
4:00.
Oh, okay, so and when does it end?
Lord knows.
So I guess it'll end when it ends.
It ends when it. Whenever. What's the word from Jeff Foxworthy? Everyone just sleeps where they fell.
Well, thank God it's on a weekend.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, I would never do anything like this during the week.
Imagine going to work for the next day.
Oh, good God! The booze leaking through your pores. All this. No, I'm good.
But yeah, I mean, let's see, what am I going to do? I know I'm going to watch. I know I'm going to watch Rome, and I'm going to watch wrestling, and I might watch Close Range again.
Cool.
Remember that film?
Sure.
Some idiot. Let's see if I can show you. Some idiot did this. Oh, let me show you. So they've got a booklet in it, right?
Sure.
But some idiot put dark green on black.
Oh man.
Let me show you.
So you can't see. Yes, you can barely read that. Yeah.
You barely read it. You have to be really, really close to it. And I mean, who the fuck came up with that idea?
Someone doesn't know a damn thing.
I mean, they're only little booklets, and I bought it because I like the cover more than anything.
Yup.
But
yeah, people are stupid. Good movie though.
It's a brilliant movie. Christopher Walken's amazing in it.
Like always.
He's a great actor. I think his best role has to be in The Deer Hunter. I loved him in The Deer Hunter.
Yeah, there's so many amazing roles that he's had. I don't know. trying to think of what other great movies she's been in.
A View to a Kill.
Good.
Sorry, because
He was decent in Pulp Fiction. He wasn't in it for very long, but he was funny in Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, it was in that, wasn't it? I forgot about that.
Yeah. He had this watch in his ass for 2 years.
It's like Christopher Walken's been in so many movies, you just don't always remember what he's been in.
Yeah. Well, of course, he was quite the horrible, I guess, mayor in Batman 2.
Oh yeah, it was in Batman Returns.
Yeah.
I don't mind me actually talking about that. I might be going on a little vacation.
Are you talking about that a few weeks ago?
Yeah, we might be doing that. Donna's been looking, and she's saying about me and her going away for a couple of weeks.
Excellent.
So, you know,
You know where yet?
I don't know yet, but it might be. She's thinking about whatever it is. Hopefully, getting it for like an anniversary.
Excellent.
So, like just before or after, and then just then like the 2 weeks and that. And so, good thing is if we go away, we'll be away from everything, so we won't be distracted by like TVs and.
Good.
You know, I mean, we will be because they're big TVs, but I mean, it won't be the same as being at home, will it?
Well, just like when Trey and I go on our vacation, we go on the ship. You know, we're not going to have cell phone reception over there.
We're going on the same ship as you guys.
Princess Cruises, huh?
Imagine if that was the same one and we bumped into each other.
That would.
Awesome, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? I can imagine Donna being like this. Oh, no. You know, and
I want to get away from this shit.
That would be awesome. But I think we're going to be going. If we don't go out of state, it'll probably be somewhere. Not when you go down to the beach area or whatever.
Sure.
Or we might be going somewhere else. I don't know. But Donna said she's going to book it hopefully this week.
Excellent.
So not next Saturday, but the Saturday, not like next. Well, not this week coming, but the week after we start our journey. You know, if that's possible. So that'd be good. It'd be good. Because I think I need the break from everything as well anyway. So
yeah. I mean, away from chats and videos and freaking TV and just be happy.
Yeah. Just chill out. Nothing but the wife, you know.
Yeah.
Sounds like hell, but that's okay.
No. He said that. I did not say that.
No, that was a joke.
I just want to confirm that you said that. I didn't say that.
No, and time with the wife, it'd be probably the best thing, you know.
Yeah.
And suppose with you, it'll probably help me feel better and do other things again anyway.
Oh my God, guarantee it.
I'll be more fresh because I've been on vacation in years.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
You know.
So I'm looking forward to that since Trey got us tickets for the Phantom of the Opera in San Francisco. I can't wait for that.
I bet you can't. It's awesome. Awesome show. I can't believe you've never seen it.
Nope.
That's mental. You know, it's one of the most amazing things you'll ever see in your life. When you come out there,
good.
When you come out there, it'll change your life, John.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, she already said that. She said, like, as soon as we got there, you're going to race home to get the soundtrack and all that other. Well, yeah, probably.
Trust me, when you see it, blows your mind.
We're sitting like directly behind the symphony.
Oh, that's going to be lovely.
On the aisle seat on the right. She showed me the cheating chart. It's beautiful. I can't wait.
One thing you need to realize is when you're there, you're going to go. You're going to be like, it's fantastic. And then if you ever watch like a movie after, you're going to be like, I can't do this. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'll want to go and see it again and again and again because it's just an incredible
experience.
Feeling. Yeah. It's like when you're sitting there, you're like, when I first saw it, I was like, you know. And after I was like, and then at the end, I was like, I love this. Yeah. And I tried watching films of it. I was just like, people try and they do a good job, but it just doesn't have the same film.
Exactly. Like, Trey was saying that, she wouldn't, there was things that she could have gotten me for my birthday that she wanted to get me. But she said, we have things. We have, the iPads and whatever, iPods or whatever else. She's like, well, what, she said, would you, do you like this? I'm like, well, let me put it to you this way. We have things, but this is an experience we've never had.
Yeah.
So this is something I'm so looking forward to. It'll be less than 2 weeks away when we'll be there. I can't wait. It's going to be incredible.
It is. It's going to be an incredible and amazing experience. And when you do it, you have to tell me all about how you feel about it, because it's going to blow your mind.
Hell yeah. It's going to be on a Thursday night. It's going to be tough for Wicked next day to go to work, but it's just one day. Big deal.
Right. An experience of a lifetime, or go to work with nothing.
And then, come back on the chat and tell everybody about it. I can't wait.
Go like this. So you need to. What you need to do is on the chat afterwards, you need to sing one of the songs.
Oh no! Me singing is not a good idea.
Afterwards, you need to. After you go and see that, you need to go and see The Sound of Music, probably.
Maybe.
I saw The Sound of Music in the theatre, and I was like, if that's done properly, The Sound of Music, it just blows your mind as well.
Well, I want to see The Lion King also.
No.
I heard that's actually pretty incredible.
No, it's dated.
And Matilda.
You want to see Matilda?
Why not? And it's on Broadway. Why not?
You need to see Wicked.
Oh, she really wants to see Wicked.
I'll recommend watching Phantom Opera, Lion King, Wicked, not Matilda, and what was the other one? Yeah. There's a lot though. There's a lot. When you go, and it's a shame because if you went to, I guess it's the same in America. When you go to the West End of London, you see all these theatres and you see all these posters for all these shows.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible. It's just, you walk through it and it's like theatre after theatre upon theatre upon theatre. It's just, they must make some serious money in those places.
Well, no, when you go to like the downtown part of San Francisco, it's the same thing. You go to the Orpheum Theater, and that's been around for like 50 years.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of the old posters are still stuck on the wall. All the amazing plays, shows, rock concerts, everything that's been there. And so much nostalgia and amazement, just like, wow, Because I've been to the Orpheum before, but I saw Beck play there.
Beck?
Yeah.
Wow, they had this great song called I Was Made to Hit in America.
No.
Yeah, they did. Well, they sang it. I've seen it.
Beck is one person.
But it's it. I thought it was, well, there's this anime called Beck, right? And I thought it's based on the group.
No.
Seriously. And the song in it is a song they sing called I Was Made to Hit in America.
No.
It's in Beck's one person.
Wrong person. No, Beck has that song. Remember the song Loser?
Oh, yeah.
That's Beck.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that when he makes albums,
yeah,
he plays all the instruments.
Oh, I know the guy now. Yeah,
yeah, he does all the writing, all the producing, and does all the instruments by himself.
Oh.
Then when he tours, he has his own band. He does everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but talented.
Beyond talented. That's when that Kanye West tried to insult. So now Beyonce made this incredible album, and they give it to Beck, who nowhere near the artist. Beyonce doesn't write her own songs, and uses autotune, but Beck writes, produces, and does all the production of his own stuff.
Nobody can beat All the Ladies, can they? That song.
Oh, okay.
Nothing can beat that song. That's the greatest song of all time, isn't it?
And once you see the live version of Kanye West singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Why is it terrible?
Oh, it without auto tune, you should hear his voice. Oh my God!
I'm not a
It
big,
is
I'm not a big Kanye West fan anyway. I'm,
the, some mashed together like some old footage of Freddie Mercury. They started playing the thing with Kanye, right? And they flashed the thing of Freddie Mercury laughing his ass off.
Kanye West for president,
Oh,
2020.
oh yeah, okay.
Do you think that's going to happen?
No,
You don't think that's going to happen?
no.
Personally, I want Vincent Mann from WWE to go for it in 2020. I'd like that. I'd like a wrestling promoter. Can you imagine it? What are you going to do, Mr. Man? I'm going to grab hold of him, and I'm going to take him down, and I'm not going to let him do what he wants to do, and then I'm going to power slam him on the mat.
No, we need Ric Flair to be president.
Can you imagine that? What are you going to do, Rick? I'm going to do this. Woo!
We're thinking of a nuclear armament. Nuclear armament. Woo!
That would be brilliant. This is
going to meet some other world leader. He's like, all strutting, beat him.
Oh, you remember when he used to fall down on the mat?
Oh, I used to love that.
So, what are you going to do with Kim Jong Un?
Oh my God!
You imagine it right now. We got to talk to the president of the United States, and we asked him what he thought about today's political events. Well, what do you think of the political events, Mr. President? Woo!
pushing Kim Jong Un against the wall, and then.
Yeah.
That would be so damn funny.
And then getting Kim Jong Un in a figure four leg lock.
The wicked bastard!
That would be brilliant.
I'd after that I'd follow politics. I would absolutely oh my God. That would be the greatest ever.
I'd have to, what do you call it? I'd have to, if he ever did that, I'd have to vote him.
He'd win in a landslide or something like that. That'd be fantastic.
Oh, okay, nothing. That would be brilliant. Imagine what do you think about? What do you want to happen to all the veterans? Woo! They all need to come back. Woo!
Oh, that would be hysterical.
Yeah, it'd be great. And he gives money to everybody. So he'd take him to a door. He'd be like, here you go, it's $100. Woo! Because Ric Flair does this thing where when he talks to someone, he puts money in their pockets.
Nice.
So you need to find Ric Flair, and then you don't even have to work anymore.
Oh, that's what I need to do.
Just keep turning up on his doorstep. Woo! Woo!
You're like, would you leave?
That'd be
give me $2,000. Shut up.
I can see it now. Right? This would happen. Ric Flair and David Cameron. Ric Flair met today. President Flair met with Prime Minister David Cameron, and David Cameron said to him, "Hi, how you doing?" And he held his hand up, woo, and walked on by. He turned up in one of his robes.
You get that like light blue with the silver line. Oh my God!
And then when he's sitting there at the office, he's just sitting there in the tights.
And just at the back of the room, the prez,
Yeah, and he's only got his tights and boots on, his wrestling boots, and you're seeing this, and he's sagging moves, his man boobs.
Anytime a world leader comes to see him, now entering the ring, Kim Jong Un at 200 pounds. Have a ring, but guy on the ring.
And a big, massive ring in the White House,
right in the middle of the Oval Office, right there.
That'd be brilliant.
This is how we really settle our problems, right about here.
That would be awesome.
Oh my God, that would be the greatest.
I can see it now and being threatened, and like Ric Flair being threatened. I'm going like, "We're going to bomb you. We're going to do you in. What do you say about this?" Woo! That'd be awesome.
That would be the greatest president ever.
And
How,
then,
how funny of a show that would be.
that would be brilliant. You know what?
That would be a hilarious show.
I'm going to write the show now. And I'm going to make $1 million. And
Seriously, just call it Flair.
yeah, Flair. You know,
That would be hysterical.
that would be the greatest. Oh, what's this? Last Avenger says, hello, how are we?
Hey, Last Avenger, how are you?
Oh, you haven't done it. You haven't done the trademark.
Oh, Luke, I am your father.
There we go. I'm doing really good, thanks. Luke, I hope you're doing well yourself. If you have any questions, please ask.
Call us for half an hour, brother.
Yeah, I've only got half an hour left. John's got to go early because he's got to sort out his makeup and everything. And get his hair done.
What's the American term? Bite me? Get my makeup sorted out.
In England, in England, we take that as a sexual advance towards us.
Oh, really?
Stand by me. Yes.
Nice, by the
If a
way.
woman says that, she just go on and start trying to give it to him. There you go.
Remember what I said earlier when I used your line, should I leave you to it? I told that when you told me about your cat, about the tray, she almost peed. She almost peed.
What part?
Remember you said you walked in on your cat working?
Oh!
Yeah, should I leave you to it? I told Trey that she about died. Oh, she thinks that's the funniest thing ever. Should I leave you to it?
It was a brilliant moment.
No, that's the way you use. And I always told Trey this: it's the way you said it that makes it hysterical. Should I just leave you to it? You know?
That was brilliant, though. I remember that moment. It was so
absolutely hysterical.
I missed him.
The delivery, that's great.
I miss him. I tell you, it's so good. Funny memories we have from everything.
Hell yeah.
You know?
No, there'll be a lot of memories tonight, I'll tell you that.
John.
Well, see, my one friend Chad, he's, he went to the military and he went to jail and then this and then that. But through all that, him and I have always been, a lot of his friends gave up on him. I never did. And him and I are still super tight to this day.
That's true friendship, though,
Don't
give up on you, like you go to prison, which most people just accuse you for and attack you for. Stand by that person, you love them, don't you?
Now he's married with two beautiful kids. He has a great job that he loves.
Is this one of your friends for 30 odd years?
Yep.
There you go. You see, the one thing I've learned about people, good people, is if you stick by them, they stick by you.
Yeah. It's just, and like I told you a few weeks ago, you're stuck with me now.
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry, man, you ain't getting rid of me.
and that's when he closed down his channel and his Facebook, and then you never heard from him again.
Tomorrow I'll be like, you know what? Fuck you, dude.
You two watched that movie one day. So I knew this was going to come up in a video. I knew someone was going to ask this.
Is this the one you told me about?
This is one I mentioned to you before the chat. You two watched Wet Movie One's latest video asking for donations so that he can go on trips.
I haven't seen it, but Malcolm mentioned it earlier.
Okay, so basically the video has him walking up a hill, right? And at this moment, I wanted to play the Proclaimers. I will walk 500 miles. You know the song, right?
Sure.
And 500 more. Anyway. So I'm watching the video. I'm like, big news. I'm like, shit, it's got a big movie part or something. When I saw the thing, I was like, shit. Or it's got a big job or something. I'm like, congratulations, Brendan Mitchell. All right. And then I watched the video and it's him going, I want to do more stuff. So I opened a Patreon account. so that I can hopefully get money to go on trips. I need about $4,000 a month to do this. Right.
But you got a freaking job, man.
And that's exactly what everybody said in the comment section. I'm reading down the comment section, laughing my head off, going, "Yep, he never answers people's comments. He lives with his mum, and I ain't got a problem with someone living with their mum. You know,
No, of course.
You know, I lived with my nan. You know, there's no point of that. But when you're asking for money, right, that kind of says that when you live with your mum and you're asking for money. You know what I mean? What else do you know? Oh, he gets movies for free. Not if I've seen his movies for free. So why doesn't he just sell them? He can't tell me.
He's too lazy.
He can't tell me he likes all of them. And then he wants people to give him money so he can go to a theme park. Oh, look, it's removed the video, Malcolm. I think it's pathetic. Yeah, I thought he'd removed that. You know, I was going to download that video and I was going to upload it on my channel. And I was going to say, loser. I was going to put loser begs for money.
Loser of the year begs for money.
Fucking hell. I asked for donations months and months ago on the Google donation thing. And all I said, right, was that if Peel wanted to, they could. I don't need the money, but if they wanted to, right?
Right.
And I got attacked so badly by Peel, like, you want money? And it was only 3 people, right? And I was like, right? And I wasn't going, give me money. I don't need money for trips. I need money, really, because I'm not working. And I can't work because of my mental health issues, as we know, right?
Right.
But I don't ask for money because I want to earn the money, you know, for future. But
of course.
The thing that got me about the video the most was the fact that he was basically saying to people, oh, you know, I've lost my weight. I need to earn. I need money to do stuff. Well, you lost the weight. So did you lose the weight for yourself or because you thought you could get money out of people as a sympathy vote? All right. One person, if you'd have said it was for excess skin and stuff, getting removed in operations, people would have done it. So now what probably happens, they'll probably do it for saying, oh, I need money for an operation because somebody said that, and people thought would be stupid enough to give them the money where it isn't for the operation in the first place. Because people are not going to see his tummy or that, are they?
Yeah.
So I thought it was disgusting, and I thought it was pathetic.
It's very pathetic.
He's got 22,000 subscribers, and that means he's only got $11 given to him each month from people. You know, Patreon is a very strange thing because as much as I'd love to have a Patreon and I'd love people to give me money because I think everybody would, right? Because it'd be easier than us having to do everything we fucking have to do, you know. I'm sure you'd love to have a Patreon and get $6,000 a month so you don't have to work and so you can do
well, hell, if we do something this simple for $6,000 a month, why not?
Yeah, exactly. I'd love that. But the thing is, you're not going to get me go out and, you know, you're not going to have me go out and go to people, oh, give me money. Because the people that will give me money are the people that love me and I should be able to go to my family for that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if I went to my cousin tomorrow, hey, cuz, can I have 200 quid? I know it's bad for it, but I need your help. He'd help me.
Right.
Right? And vice versa if I have the money, you know.
Sure.
Which, sadly, I don't always have the money, but if I did, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And if I was my mum, I said, Mum, look, I have troubles, and she had the most she'd help me. Like whilst English, she helped me every day I was there because she gave me money, you know. Right. That's what you rely on, your friends and your family. You don't ask complete strangers who you have no interest in. I'm sure it's like if I said to the Last Avenger right now, Last Avenger, give me $50, right? The guy, Last Avenger, likes me, sure, because he enjoys the videos. But what right do I have to ask him for money?
Yeah,
you know?
No. Nope.
I've not showed any interest in his personal life and vice versa. Why would that matter? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
What's this saying? Really pisses me off. However, does someone like him end up getting free Blu-rays? His Blu reviews aren't very good anyway. I'll tell you why. Because him and Sean C. Phillips do the exact same thing. What happens is you get a big amount of subscribers. You contact companies, they look at your fan base, they go, wow, you've got big subscribers. You can put our stuff out there. And what happens is him and Sean C. Phillips, being the lazy bums they are, and people know I'm not very keen on either of them, right? And I've even tried to have a video chat with Brendan Mitchell in the past, just so I can talk to him about how I feel, right? Won't do it. But what happens is they do these 1-2 minute videos, reviews per thing, because they can look them up and read up on them. I could look Chicago Fire up right now, and I could read, I could even read the back of it, right? And just go, oh yeah,
there's your review.
yeah, I could go. There's some great scenes in it. I really enjoyed the Law and Order thing where they got together and they figured out the crime. Because hell, if I put on Gotham, I could tell you something about it without even watching it, right?
Yeah.
Because all I'd have to do is watch a couple of promos, right? That's what they've 1-2 minutes. A proper review is at least 5-6 minutes a movie, right?
Yeah.
In my view, hell, they don't have to be long, but to me, 4 or 5 minutes for a movie is the right amount, you know. So having 20 minutes and you're reviewing 30 movies in that time is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it doesn't count.
Well, hell, when you and I did those couple of reviews, took us what, 20 minutes each?
Yeah, it took us about 20-30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was when we were going back and forth and stuff. My old reviews, if you look on my channel, were about 20-25 minutes because I was talking about the actual movie in depth and talking about scene by scene. I then cut it down because people were like, "You're spoiling the movie." So I went to 5-6 minutes, you know. And to me, you can't do less than 6 to 10 minutes. You just can't without not going completely in the movie. There's some parts.
If the movie's utter crap, you can still break it down.
Exactly. There's some reviews I've done where I'm like, shit, I forgot to put that in there. That would be another 2-3 minutes. Because with me, when I review, I'm always cutting corners because people don't want to watch a long review. All right?
Sure.
But if I was going to review a movie properly, it'd probably be about 25 to 40 minutes long per movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a review, right? And yes, that may have spoilers, but you're reviewing the movie and you want to review the twist and everything anyway.
Right.
Doing a 1 minute review per movie isn't a review. Going, oh, I liked Sean Penn and Crystal Walken's performance, and I felt like there was some little characters in there. Well, I'm done with that. White-Head Witch. Oh, you know, some good action in it, some martial arts. It's got some great CGI. Done. Chicago PD. I really enjoyed the second season. I felt like really grew more than Chicago PD season 1. Because season 1 was kind of like the basis, but this really brings out the characters more. Done. Timber. 2 brothers go and they do they're both trying to commit a hit because they're following a bounty and you don't know what's going to happen. Done. SummerSlam. What a great event. This was probably the best event I've seen all year. Can't believe it. Jeff Hardy vs. CM Punk was an awesome match. Couldn't believe the ending. Oh, and yeah, it's another great event. So it's very easy to do without even looking at the stuff.
Easy.
You know, that's why there's no edits or cuts because you can just go, well, make up whatever you fucking like.
Yeah.
What's this? I wouldn't mind if he got sent crappy B moves, but he gets the latest moves box set section. It's just not right. Well, you know what? And I'm sure John agrees with me with this. Things like people like Brendan Mitchell and Sean C. Phillips, when you get to that point where people send you stuff, it never is fair on the other people, you know. And this is going to sound really, really selfish, but I wish I was in the position they were, so I could review those movies properly. All right, and yeah, you know, I wouldn't want as many because the thing is, you can't review that many. You know, I'd want the odd couple from like each thing. You know, things like the Batman set, which they got for free, to me shouldn't have been free. They should have been given sample discs. Because, you know, something like that shouldn't be fair. That's like $200, right? But the thing is, one of the reasons I get so angry with it myself is because these people call themselves movie fans. One of the things Mel Mitchell does is goes, holders unite. Well, the guy doesn't hold. When he goes out, he buys 1 movie or 2, right? Me, I buy a few. I buy quite a lot.
A few?
Right? Yes. I'll say a few to be nice. Right? And people look up to these people, and these people are scum. These people are scum. I've said it since day one. These people are scum. I look down on these people because these people, and I'm not talking about people that look up to them, I'm talking about these people that make people feel like they do a lot. You'll watch a Blu-ray collection video, and you'll see people in the comments saying, wow, you must have the best collection ever. Well, you must spend a fortune on that. Well, most Brendan Mitchell's movies now, from the last, I'd say, about 4 years, have all been given to him as things. And sometimes he sells them before they're even out, so he gets more money for them. Right. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it on Amazon. So, yeah, it annoys me when someone asks for money like that, because there's people in worse situations who could use that money, right? Absolutely. I know for a fact, but I could use having money, all right? But I'm not going out there asking people for money. I could do with money so I could feel like I'm actually achieving something, actually helping my wife, you know. And I'm sorry, Ben Mitchell, but my wife's more important than you sitting on your arse all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know, and like you, John, I mean, us as men, we need to provide, you know.
of course, of
And
course.
like one of my major things of depression for me is the fact that I can't provide for my wife, but she has to provide for me at the minute, you know.
Right.
And that gets me down because I feel like a failure because I can't do things I think. But I'm not going to make a video saying I feel like a failure, I feel down, hey, give me money because I need money, because I need your hard earned money because I'm a failure, because I'm not doing what I should be doing, because I've got my own issues.
Right.
You know, I easily could, but I'm not going to do that because that's wrong.
But I think part of the reason why he has all these followers and all this crap is that the people that he attracts are the ones that can only do or handle 2 3 minute reviews. They don't want the detail. They want start this person. This person is it's about this. This happened. End of the movie. Done.
You're right. You're right. You're
They
right.
they want those 22,000 people. That's all they can handle is that short little review.
You're
They
right.
don't want but it's harder for you to get more subscribers because you go more in depth and you have so much more passion in your movies and in your shows.
You're right because it's like when I was doing the gaming videos, the hour-long ones.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me, "You need to break them out into 15 minutes," and I went, "15 minutes? How are you supposed to get into the video?" Right? And the person went, "Well, if you break it down 15 minutes or 10 minutes, people are more likely to watch it." And I'm like, "But you can do 10 minutes without even doing anything." You know. And
Yeah.
so stuff like that irritates me. But we live in a society full of people who can't pay attention. A good example is that it's when me and Tash game when we do heists. If they
Right.
die twice or they die once, they leave. They can't stick in it for an hour or two to actually get the job done. They have to leave constantly. And that's what it's like with people with reviews. People want to watch reviews for under 4 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're bored. And I understand that people haven't got the time to watch long things if they're going to work and they're looking on their phone or they've got a certain period of time. But I'd rather watch somebody who has knowledge and cares and has passion than watch somebody who pretends to have the passion, who's just a greedy, lazy bastard. You know what I mean? Who's taken away from people who actually have the passion. When I look at the movie community, I have to admit, I look at people that are really, really popular and I'm like, why? You know what I mean? There's
Right.
people that are popular, which I go, yeah, this guy deserves to be popular because this guy's like incredible, you know.
Sure.
But I look at some and I'm like, this guy is in the spot I should be in, right? Because I have this passion. I have this. And this guy is just taken away from people because he can do this or do that. You know what I mean? And that annoys me. And it's not out of selfishness. It's not out of greed. It's because me personally, I would love to be in that position where I feel watching so that I could have comments from people to talk about stuff because I would respond to people. I would talk about stuff.
Sure.
You know, that's one of the things I always say in my reviews. When I do my updates, I always go, if you've seen any of these, please let me know so we can talk about it. You know, because that's what I want. That's why I'd love to have thousands of subscribers for the communication, for the chat. That's what I care about. You know what I mean? Because I want to talk to people about my knowledge. You know, it's like when you do your podcast. The reason you want people to comment because not only do you want people to be there, but you want people to talk about the music.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the stuff that to me is important.
Very much.
So when I see people like Brendan Mitchell, I feel sick. You know,
It's a satisfy me now crowd at the moment.
it is. We live in a world where Jojo Minecraftian says, "How are you?" Hi, Jojo.
You caught us at a pretty bad time. We're almost out of here in about less than 50 minutes.
I'm doing good, thanks.
We're doing good.
But yeah, to answer your question, Luke, I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong, and I think there's things that just people do which are completely out of order. What's that?
Creepy pasta. What?
Can you read the podcast, the GLaDOS one? Why do you want us to read that, Jojo?
What in the world is that?
Maybe it's to
Oh,
do.
speaking of podcasts,
Yeah.
I joined another thing from Spreaker, where
Yeah.
users have their shows listed. There are a couple wrestling shows, so if there is a market for it.
Oh, okay. Are they quite popular?
Yeah, so there's definitely a market for it. One guy has a big thing that he says, everything from indie to WWE is what he talks about.
Oh, okay. That
There's
sounds.
most definitely a market for it. You should definitely try to check it out.
I think I want to. I know I definitely want to. You know, I might look into it then more. I just need to figure out a name and stuff. You know, what's this? Please, because it's good.
What the hell is pasta?
But why do you want us to do that? It's like a creepypasta is like a creepy story.
Why in the world would we do that?
I just want to know why they want us to do it. Maybe it's to do with our voices or something. I don't know.
GLaDOS from Portugal.
GLaDOS from Portal.
I don't know.
Is that the game Portal? I don't know.
I have latest.
But yeah, sorry to do my little rant. But yeah.
And Jojo, do you enjoy YouTube? Of course. We're broadcasting right now on YouTube. So yeah, we do enjoy YouTube.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, YouTube's pretty fun. It's a good place to be. I think YouTube all depends on the people you're around. You know, if you have people that care about your products, like what you're talking about, what you're doing, and the conversation, and you've got good people to talk about that with, then it's fantastic. You know.
Yeah.
Do you like YouTube?
Scroll below says scroll down. If you send us a link, I'm not going to click on it. It'll interrupt the audio.
You watching Night of Champions, Malcolm? You think Sting will win the title? Do you know what? I don't think Sting will win. From what I've seen in the past, because yesterday you had Jay Lethal versus Red Dragon, which was Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. I don't know who won because I didn't get to watch it live because I went $38 to watch it live. I ain't gonna pay that. All right. I wait for the DVD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to pay $9.99 a month to watch the WWE event. But from experience, what normally happens is if there's a double champion, because it happened, didn't it? No Surrender 2007 with Kurt Angle. I mentioned this before, where he was the X Division champion, the Tag Team champion, and the World Heavyweight champion. He lost both the other titles, but kept the World Heavyweight Championship. So I believe if Seth Rollins does lose, he'll lose the United States Championship to John Cena, but win against Sting. Because come on, if Sting wins, it's not going to show much good for Seth Rollins, is it? Unless somebody checks.
I'm sure they will.
So I think if anybody wins, it'll be John Cena for the United States title. I can't imagine Sting winning. Unless Triple H or that decides to turn on him and Sting becomes corporate, which I highly doubt because that would break the character of Sting completely.
Right.
So
I'm surprised Sting's still around.
I'm surprised Sting's still around because he's getting up there. He's about 50 odd now.
At least.
The only thing I want from Sting is the Undertaker Sting match. That's all I care about. Only because they're the two biggest icons, in my view, of both of the generation. Of old timers, you know, and I don't count people like Shawn Michaels because to me he's not an old timer. He is, but I don't put him in the same league as the Undertaker because there's different kinds of icons. Do you get what I mean? So I don't think Sting will beat him. I think if he does, I think it's going to push Seth Rollins' career back a bit because Seth Rollins is like the future of the business at the minute. And if he does lose that belt to an old man, it's not going to be. It's going to kind of lose some respect for him by people. So that'd be a mistake. But if he lost to John Cena, everybody sees John Cena as practically indestructible and invincible. So basically, if he loses John Cena, that makes no effect on him.
Right.
You know, I reckon if Sting does win, it'll be by disqualification. And if it isn't by disqualification, he won't win. Because come on, Triple H beat him at WrestleMania. So if Sting gets 2 losses, that's going to not look good for Sting either. So I reckon the match will finish by disqualification. If there is disqualification because that's the only way that both men can come out looking strong.
That's true. I still think Sting is a total ripoff of the Crow.
Originally, Sting wasn't. Originally, when Sting came on, he was blonde with the face.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
But after the Crow, he came back as the Crow character.
That really pissed me off, too.
Why did it piss you off?
Because you're taking advantage taking advantage of someone who died.
I agree with you on that, to be honest. But it was a good looking character, and I think you're right. But I don't think Sting would have been where he is now. More so if it hadn't been for that, you know.
Yeah, still bugs you with the. I don't know, kind of bugged me.
Jojo says no. Actually, Google Hangouts. I'm guessing he's saying no. We're not on YouTube, but on Google Hangouts.
What's that scroll down? What's there to scroll down to? We can't scroll down to anything.
Oh dear.
Yes, we can't scroll down to anything. Right?
That's true. We can't scroll down.
We're live. We can't scroll down to anything.
What about you, Luke? Before we go quickly, because you've got 3 minutes, who do you think Sting will win? What annoys me about Night of Champions is the matches that are not championship matches. The whole point of Night of Champions when it first happened was for it to be championship matches.
Right.
You know, every championship on the line. Now, whenever I look at it, there's non-championship matches, and I'm like, but that doesn't make sense anymore.
You're going to give the champion the option to not put his title on the line?
It's just ridiculous.
I mean, Lord knows it's all set up, but that would just be irritating. Because to me, you know he's going to lose.
This is true. I mean, it just annoys me. You know, wrestling nowadays has got to the point where it's either predictable or something like disqualification happens, and you're like, yeah, this really sells out the match. Like back in Ring of Honor in 2008, they had Battle of the Supremacy, I think it was called, and it had Nigel McGuinness, Ring of Honor champion, versus Adam Pearce, who was the NWA championship at the time. It was a unification match. Right. Now, at the time, I was like, well, the NWA championship is still about, and there's no way they're going to get rid of the NWA championship. There's no way they're going to get rid of the Ring of Honor championship. But if they were going to get rid of one, it would have to be a Ring of Honor one because the NWA one's been around for like 70 years. Right?
Right.
So you get a match and it ends by disqualification. After a 40-minute match, it ends by disqualification. I sit there, I'm looking at the screen, I'm like, this was a great match. And I'm sitting there going, but this is not technically a unification match then, is it?
Right.
Right. Because my biggest problem with unification matches is in most situations, they don't ever end up winning unless it's disqualification.
Right. Of course.
You know, so it ends up annoying me a bit because it's like.
And now they do the DQs just to appease the fans and get them more pissed off, and want them coming back. But damn, like you said, 40 minutes and there's no freaking winner.
Yeah, exactly. And
come on, I spent an hour watching this, and now nobody wins.
See, that's the thing that irritates me. Stuff like that,
Yeah.
Or, I mean, the one thing I do want to get more into is Japanese wrestling.
Mexican wrestling's good too.
I do want to watch that as well. I do like Lucha Libre wrestling. Mm-hmm. I do enjoy that a lot. When I used to watch WCW, people like Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman who did that was incredible. Because I think Mexican wrestling is some of the best wrestling in the world.
Right.
I just never get the chance to see it.
Right.
Unless I buy it pirated or I buy it for extortionate amounts, I don't get a chance to see it. I know Lucha Underground, which was on the El Rey network, which I could watch now, is not on at the minute.
No, isn't that where Rey Mysterio went to?
I don't think he did. I think he went back to Triple A.
Oh, okay.
But it could end up in Lucha Underground.
That's the Avenger.
I would like Sting to win just so that he can add the WWE belt to his collection. It wouldn't have to be a long title reign. He could hold it for 2 to 3 months and have Rollins recapture the belt. Now, you know what? I'll make what I'm going to say quick because I know John has to go. But my view of it is But Sting, if you watch Sting, he was always the guy. I read this a while back, but I made my point on it as well.
Yeah.
Sting was that guy who never went to WWE. When everybody else did, he went to TNA. The only reason I think is at WWE now is because TNA has fallen by the cracks really bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to have a WWE title reign to be the man. He is the man. He's got a legendary status in wrestling.
Sure.
And he doesn't need a belt for 2 months, whatever. He doesn't need it. Just like The Undertaker doesn't need the belt now. The Undertaker can turn up once every 4 months and still be big because he's The Undertaker.
Yeah.
So I don't think he needs the belt, but I do think he doesn't need to win cleanly. I think he needs to win by Seth Rollins getting disqualified or something, because Sting lost to Triple H, which I thought was a big mistake on WWE's part, because in my view, Sting should have beat Triple H easily to kind of show, look, I'm here. You know, that whole angle of New Age Outlaws and NWA in that match was awful. People give it good ratings. So it annoys me because I'm like, Sting is this guy who, it's like Shawn Michaels. It's like if you think about Ric Flair. Ric Flair came back and he was the Ric Flair of, let's say, the 90s, where he was still pretty good. All right? Sure. You'd say to yourself, wouldn't you? You'd say, you know what? He's got legendary success. He doesn't need a belt. All he needs to do is watch him wrestle. All right? Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about Sting. Sting does not need a belt. Sting doesn't need to be the headliner. He's not going to be at every single Raw show like Brock Lesnar was. And to be honest with you, you need a champion who's at the events.
Yeah.
Because if the champion's not at the events, you're not building hate. If you're not building hate, you're not building character. If you're not building character, then you're not building up for the pay-per-view. When somebody's in at like one event leading up to a pay-per-view, nobody cares about what's going on. The reason The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar match was so careful is because their match at WrestleMania. And because they had a history back in 2002 and 2003. And I think a lot of people, as well as the UFC moment, I think it was like UFC 121, I think it was. I could be wrong. But it annoys me because I think that this match should never happen. You know, put Sting against somebody else. Let Sting be that guy that has matches with people but makes them better. He's a legend. He can help people improve on their skills. Seth Rollins is a fantastic wrestler. He's got all the skills. If you're watching Ring of Honor, you can see that back then in AIW and PWG. I was watching him, he was Tyler Black. He's a great guy. He's got awesome skills, and he is awesome. So I Sting can teach him to be better. It doesn't need to be in a championship match. If Sting wins the championship, that will push Seth Rollins down the ladder a bit. And if Seth Rollins gets that title back, everyone will go, well, he lost to Sting. He lost to an old man.
That's true.
You know? If he can beat people like John Cena and stuff, right, and he can't beat bloody Sting, then that's going to push his career down a bit because people will not believe in the hype as much.
Well, I think that they should wait until Sting wants to retire, or they retire him, have one last match. Instead of, like you said, you know, if say Sting wins, you get a 50-year-old champion, where people are like, "What the hell? Who's going to want to watch that?"
Well, I think
until Sting wants to have one final match with this, the newer guy that you're talking about, and have his career end on some epic, hour 15-minute match that goes on and on and on, and some amazing thing happens that ends it.
I think Sting's last match should be The Undertaker, and I think it should be both their last matches. I think they should both retire on that match.
Yeah.
Because that's the match that everybody's wanted for years, right? And I think if they both retire on that, they'd both be going out on a high. Because they're both old men now.
Yeah.
They both are important to the business. They're both very well respected, and they both don't need to push themselves any more than they need to.
No, I mean, they're up there in age. They probably have so many freaking injuries that we don't know about. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
And like I said, they show up every 2-3 months. Everyone who watches wrestling knows when the Undertaker's in the building, the lights go out and that dong. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's iconic.
Yeah.
But again, with them getting up in age, you could try to attract the younger fans. Someone like that is not going to attract younger fans anymore.
Well, the thing is, The Undertaker and Sting, for people like me, who grew up in the 90s,
Right.
Sting I used to watch on WCW before I even knew he was in the 80s, before I was, really young and stuff.
Sure.
I used to love Sting. Sting was incredible. I used to go, Sting! Oh, because he's come down from the roof, and stuff like that. And The Undertaker, I always thought the other was great with the black, Undertaker outfit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I thought that's fantastic. And I like how they've changed their, changed their characters more and more as time goes on. But I think the problem is we live in a time now where it's time for the future. It's time for the future. In WWE, you've got Kevin Owens, so it's Kevin Steen. You've got Sami Zayn, who was El Generico. You've got Claudio Castagnoli, who is Cesaro. You've got Seth Rollins, who was Tyler Black. You've got all these other people. You've got all these young talent who's getting wasted because they focus too much on the older people. These older people need to retire. They need to move on. They've had fantastic careers. Let other people shine now. John Cena, I'm glad he's going on the back front. I'm glad that he's in the United States Championship area because he doesn't need the title anymore because he's had it so much and he's so well known. He doesn't need a championship either now.
Right.
There is a point in wrestling when you go past the belts.
Well, like Ric Flair. Ric Flair was still wrestling until a few years ago. He's in his 60s. I mean, come on.
The problem with Ric Flair, and this will be the last thing I'll say before we go. Right? The problem with Ric Flair, otherwise we could go on forever. The problem with Ric Flair is Ric Flair, to me, I care more about Ric Flair than I do Hulk Hogan. As much as I grew up with Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair is a far superior wrestler. The problem with Ric Flair is Ric Flair had an incredible legacy. He was the man. He was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. To this day, he still is, except he ruined that slightly by wrestling as an old man.
Yeah.
When you wrestle as an old man, people remember that more than they remember what you were like in the 70s and 80s and 90s because they see you as what you were recently. So when he was wrestling WWE from 2002 to 2008, and he was still wrestling TNA from 2008 to 2010, 11, you sit there and you're like, this guy's an old man. What's he doing? You watch his matches from the NWA and you're like, this guy was wrestling hour matches. He was so technical. He had perfection. His was the guy that you wanted to aim to be. That's why Triple H is so much like Ric Flair when he's in the ring.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is because the old Ric Flair did that wrestling, everybody goes, oh, look how pathetic Ric Flair is now. Oh, he was this, he was that. And I think that's why I don't want the Undertaker's thing to be down that same route.
Right. I understand that.
So, yeah. Sorry. Wrestling really, really, mate, it really makes me go and go really gay.
You're fighting Ric Flair. He fought Andre the Giant, or was on the same card Andre the Giant, and the guys from way in the 70s and shit.
Yeah.
Rig the Hammer Valentine. He fought him. And he's still 2011. The dude was still going.
Well, the thing is, you don't see any of those guys wrestling now, do you? Unless they're on the independent circuit.
Oh, well, like Jake the Snake Roberts is still doing it once in a while.
One of the things that broke my heart was when I saw Demolition and Powers of Pain at a Chicago 2012 event called King of Trios, and they were really old men and they were still wrestling. Because back in the 80s and early 90s, they were incredible teams. Now they just look like old men walking about in the ring trying to look better than they are for $100.
Something like that at that age, that's all they know.
Yeah.
They've made all their money throughout that was their job for 30 years.
And they also lost all their money because they wasted it. Otherwise, they won't be doing it.
No, they wasted it on booze and women. All they have left is that that $500 appearance fee.
Yeah. Otherwise, they won't. The thing is, this is the thing. Ric Flair was one of the most was a rich wrestler, and he wasted all that money. When you look at somebody like CM Punk, who's a quite recent wrestler, and you see that he's richer than both Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair put together, all right, that just makes you cringe in disgust because you're just like, come on, these two are the biggest wrestlers of all time, and you're like, and he's richer than them, and he was wrestling in WWE from 2006 to 2014. even though it was on the Independence and everything before that,
Yeah.
they don't pay a lot, but you just sit there going, he's richer than them.
Well, that's having a good investment banker.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what tells you. But these guys from the 70s and 80s, they spent their money like crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And they believed it was just keep coming. It was like as soon as it was in their hand, And,
when the Hulkster had that TV show with his family, got the super extravagant house with freaking 2 pools and a basketball court and this and that and all the other crap. House is worth like $10 million, and he has like 20 grand in the bank.
Well, he did Hogan. That was Hogan's Knows Best, right? Yeah. And he also did Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah,
as well as a few movies, but they were never that great.
Nope.
But anyway, I'm going to stop there because otherwise we might end up going on. But
we'll go on for another hour or two. We keep doing this.
Yes, we will. So I need to stop myself before I end up getting really, going up in the sky.
I can already tell you're getting fired up. So
yeah, so I need to.
You're like you're glowing, Malcolm.
So I'm brain dead now because wrestling's on my mind. So thank God I can turn it off and then go and watch some now because I'm gonna be like, come on, yeah, like that.
You're gonna send me a video of you in your room just sitting there like spazzing.
I feel like I'll go also just do like had Kurt Angle do like 7 German suplexes or so. I just feel like I want to do that and just keep doing it. Over and over again.
You just set up a punching bag in your room, you just sit there.
So I hope you have a good party.
Oh, I'm sure. I'll take pictures.
And take pictures so I can see plenty. And I'm sorry I can't be there.
Oh, that would be incredible if you guys would be able to be here. That would be great.
Hopefully the next one we'll be able to be there or something,
One day, who knows?
Hopefully, if my financial standing ever gets a lot better, I'll be over there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, fly from Seattle to Oakland. Oakland to here's about an hour. We cool.
Yeah, not bad at all.
There you go.
There you go.
Should I start, sir?
You shall start.
All right. Well, thanks, Malcolm, for the abbreviated for us, 2 hours and 10 minutes. We're going to get going for a while. But thank you again for a great Saturday chat.
Thank you.
Thank you for Last Avenger and JoJo. JoJo, you're a little confusing, but thank you for didn't quite make too much sense to me, but okay. Come around again, try to explain yourself, and if you're into something cool, maybe we will be too. Who knows? But thank you, everyone who watched, anyone who will watch. Thank you. And a lot of fun tonight. And I'll do a full report probably on Monday when I'm, after I recover. So have a good day, and I will talk to you very soon.
Okay, guys. I'd like to thank Luke, Last Avenger, and JoJo again for being here. One day, maybe I'll read a creepypasta if you explain why. And I'd like to thank everybody who was basically here and all the people that watched who didn't comment. In case you're watching still, thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank John for being there because even though it's his birthday party day, he still took the time to be in. I appreciate that very much.
Of course.
And I'd like to thank John again for being great to talk to and lots of fun.
Always.
And
we had another laugh fest.
It was another great chat. So I'd like to say thanks to everybody, and I hope you all have a lovely week. And don't forget to join me and Tash on Monday at 12:30.
Movie Magic Viewers every Monday.
There you go. Every Monday at 12:30 American time, depending on where you are, right? And 8 p.m. in England. So 8:30.
8:30.
Oh, I always get the time mixed up. I can't get the time mixed up.
Or if the properly said, was it 7:30?
That's it, 7:30. 7:30.
Yeah.
I'm getting more and more American, and I hate it. So, so from me and John, guys, take care and have a lovely week.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.